Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions. Check out our partners in the description. Startup Podcast PH is at CDO Bytes and we're interviewing Cagayan de Oro-based startups. In this episode, we have Raymond Mocoro, founder at Bentamo, curating Filipino brands and enabling them with technology. Hello, Raymond. Welcome to Startup Podcast PH.
Thank you po. Thank you. Good morning. Tapos, welcome, sir.
Ayan. So I got welcome na dito sa CDO. It's my first time here. And
Yes.
I'm very happy to be here sa office ng CDO Bytes, ang TBI dito sa USTP sa Cagayan de Oro na nag-incubate ng mga startups here in Cagayan. So ayun, wag natin patagalin pa, Raymond. Ano nga ba ang benta mo?
Yes, sir. So, Bentamo is a platform where we curate creative Filipino brands. And at the same time, we empower small businesses with technology by offering them multiple products that can streamline their processes, automation, and even their mga online presence. So, yun yung parang primary na ginagawa ni Bentamo.
So para siyang basically benta mo, nagbebenta, helping them
Yes.
benta, helping them sell. May marketing side, may tech side.
tech
Pero puntahan muna natin yung parang pain point, yung problem really that you're solving for these businesses. And are this any business? So what's the problem with them or what's their problem that you're solving?
So, actually, minsan, when I pitch sa Manila, parang always nila binabato. Kasi yung pinaka-market talaga namin is yung small business. Talagang binabato nila na mahirap tong market na to. Pero, we really stick sa aming mission na parang sila talaga yung goal. So, yung ginagawa namin is, yung sa mga small businesses talaga, yung pinaka-focus namin by offering them solutions. Kasi yung pain point kasi ng small businesses, they do brick and mortar to start a business. And since nagsa-start sila, di pa nila alam yung mga innovation, yung mga bagong automation, mga bagong trend when it comes to business processing, parang ganon. So, yun, we try to digitize them. Yan.
Just to get the picture. So what kind of small business or are this any small business like maybe food or maybe
Yeah.
mga nagtitinda ng mga pampaganda, ng mga ganyan. So ano pang klaseng small business?
Actually, yung small businesses, pero mas better siguro na to visualize yung mga businesses na nakikita natin sa mall, yung sa mga bazaar.
Okay.
Sila yung parang primary na customer namin ngayon. Kasi when they're selling there, medyo pa talaga, pen and paper pa ginagawa nila. So, we're trying to introduce technology to them.
So basically, yung mga retail, parang pati retail siya na talaga to the end consumers. So basically, yung mga very B2C or mga very consumer based na mga businesses.
Yes.
And now, ang pasok ninyo is you're helping them maybe improve their operations or their sales, yung automate yung kanilang mga back-end para hindi na nila kailangan maglista ng inventory or something like that.
Yes.
So medyo medyo broad So ayun, can you tell us how exactly are you helping these businesses?
As we all know na parang may mga when it comes to technology, solutions, there is a stereotype talaga na it's so expensive to invest in this kind of stuffs. Pero yun yung parang namin na we're offering them affordable na solutions for them. Starting talaga na libre, papagamitin namin talaga sila ng libre just to make them adapt sa mga technologies natin.
And what is this technology? So parang you mentioned kanina na mayroong website development. So ano yung range ng mga pwede nilang ma-avail or pwede nilang magamit sa inyo na
Yeah. So isa dun is website development. We have website builder na we called it Bentamo Hub. BNTM Hub. So from there, the BNTM Hub kasi is an integration-ready platform. So from there, it is an e-commerce as well. And they could also manage their products, orders, and even yung mga booking nila. So parang yung mga pinaka-basic talaga na feature when it comes to business, yun yung in-offer namin.
So basically, lahat ng features for them to like in their digitalization journey. Is that right? So pero sa tingin mo, ano yung pinaka-importante? Marketing ba? or maybe digital marketing ba, or maybe yung inventory handling ba, or maybe yung whatever. So what do you think yung parang pinaka crucial for these businesses to adapt and to use?
Personally, on my personal experience when I'm dealing with them, in comes with online marketing itself. May sarili na silang marketing approach eh. May sariling marketing approach. It's up to them na they would engage with website building para to grow their another sales funnel for their business. Yung pinaka-primary pinpoint talaga nila is yung managing the business. So, yung how do they get the data, collate all the data, consolidate the sales, and even managing yung parang if yung business nila is multi-stores na yung ginagawa nila. No?
Okay. So,
So,
in ano no, so parang actually you also give them the quote unquote, ito yung parang ano eh, sikat na ano eh, the ERP backend sa kanila, ano. So, and you also mentioned that you also curate these Filipino brands. What do you mean by curation? Or do you just choose or?
Not technically, but we are trying to highlight those businesses that has an established local brands. Kasi we want them na their business or brand to grow talaga. The name of the business, the product they offer, parang ganon.
So basically, you help small businesses really scale up, really. Yeah. So sige, let's have an example ano para mas ma-picture ng ating mga nakikinig ano. So let's say let's have an example store. Maybe nagbebenta ng mga ano ba example? What do you think?
Kahit clothes. A bracelet. Bracelet lang. Bracelet.
So, for example, I'm an owner of a bracelet store na nagbebenta sa, let's say, mall, sa SM, for example, or sa Gaisano Mall, ganyan. So, I want to increase my sales. I want to earn more. So, nakita ko si benta mo. So, ano yung mangyayari?
So, primarily, yung small business is typically nagsa-start siya online eh. So, kumbaga,
may online store na?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say may online store ako sa, let's say, Shopee or Lazada or something. Yeah, sige, go ahead.
Yung current situation kasi ng mga small businesses namin, yung sa customers namin, yung pain points nila currently is when it comes to selling online, it's not enough already. So that's why they're venturing businesses physically. So that's why parang either they they could sign. Parang they rent a booth sa bazaar. Parang gana. Or they look for resellers. Parang gana. So those new ventures na ginagawa nila, we are trying to automate the process there. Trying to streamline, especially when it comes to reselling, distributor management. So, parang ganon.
Okay, so basically rin pala, you help them have an online presence and also yung physical presence. In the physical presence, natutulungan sila on how they deal with the operations. Kasi hindi naman madali. They have inventory eh, magbebenta. Usually ngayon may mga POS na point of sales na parang para pa magbebenta, naka-record na kung ilan ba sa inventory, tsaka ilan yung madadagdag, ilan yung nabenta, ilan yung revenue, ilan yung ano. And then, so, you offer that you offer like yung whole end-to-end na POS din and inventory
as part of our feature.
Oh. So si benta mo, do they subscribe to this? Do they or they go to you and they say, these are what I need. Maybe a website, maybe the inventory. And then once you know what they need, for example, ako nga nagbebenta, what I need, you offer that to me.
Yes. Pero basically, ang nangyayari is, sa amin basically ang nangyayari is, they go to us to have a website. Parang ganun. They know us to make a website. Pero ang nangyayari during sa
interesting.
Naghahanap sila ng mga specific solutions sa kanilang first problems. But yun nga, yung mga problems nila is common. That's why we're offering that.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, You get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter.
Alam mo, we can work together. No. Kasi actually, yun yung iniisip kong ano eh. Actually, this is actually kind of unique. Kasi hindi kayo, first of all, I think this is my perspective. You're not just a marketing company. You're not just a ERP company. You're not just like a software solution company. You're actually a consulting company. So, nangyayari dito, yan yung parang nakikita ko magandang gawin for the Philippines. Kasi ang dami nga ng mga small businesses, mga local entrepreneurs, mga, as in sa city lang, or sa town lang na they sell their products, they sell their items. Possibly, meron silang e-commerce, may store nga sila, no? May Shopee, may Shopify, may Lazada, may presence sila dyan. Pero, usually, isang tao lang sila. Or maybe they're just a family, no? And then, when you sell kasi, when you do this business, busy ka na sa pag-handle ng pagbebenta. Pagbebenta, tsaka syempre yung kinikita mo. Usually, wala lang tao, wala ka ng member sa team na magsasabi na, uy, ito yung mga problema natin, ito yung mga opportunities natin to grow. So yun actually pala, I think, yung parang ginagawa ni Benta mo.
Yun yung nangyayari.
Yun yung nangyayari. Actually, maganda yan. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng startup na ito yung gusto kong gawin, ito yung mangyayari. Ang mangyayari dyan, if you're a startup like Benta mo, you want to help these businesses and then kung ano talaga yung kailangan nila, yun yung i-offer nyo. Parang slowly nga, no, nag-deviate kayo, nag-shift kayo into being like, for me, it's like a consulting thing.
Yes.
And actually, yun yung gusto kong gawin as I'm an IE. Sorry, ako na nagkwento no? I mean, parang as an IE, parang may opportunity rin to help not just yung mga big companies, but yung mga retail, mga small businesses. So, yeah, go ahead. So, paano nga ba nagsimula sa Benta mo and why did you have this kumbaga parang passion or parang advocacy din to help the local businesses, especially here in CDO?
Tama. Good thing na tanong mo kasi yung starting point talaga ni Benta mo is bagsak eh. Bagsak talaga.
Nag-start pa kayo na ano yung parang ino-offer nyo?
Iba pa yung product namin. Pero in line pa rin with small business. Primarily, we start as a bidding platform. Parang during kasi the pandemic is, di ba, nauso yung online, live selling.
Live selling.
Auction pa dyan, parang ganon. So we tried to integrate a platform. Parang instead na magko-comment pa sila doon, we integrated the Facebook Live.
Maganda yun
Maganda sana yun if yun nga lang, yung pag-introduce namin, binato kami. Yung initial problem namin is, di pa namin na-test. Ginawa kasi namin dati is, kasi engineers tayo eh.
Pero if ever, like, ano yun sa Facebook? Like, nasa Facebook yung bidding na outside?
Lalabas lang siya. Pero yung Facebook Live itself,
ganun pa rin. Okay. Gets.
So, yun, parang, ano sabi ko?
So, yung binato kayo.
Binato kami. Kasi engineers tayo eh. Yung hilig natin gawin is gumawa lang.
True.
Gumawa lang. Kasi once na parang innovative tignan sa atin, maganda lang. Pero yung may nakausap din kaming isang mentor kasi na coach. Sabi, di ba kayo nag-test nito? Di ba kayo nag-validate? Sabi ko, ano palang ganun? So yun, parang di kami nag-test. Nirelease namin. Kaso, yun nga, wala palang market. Then we tried to applying it to different institutions, organizations para to introduce our product. Sabi lang, kasi bago lang kasi kami doon eh. Fresh grad pa kasi kami. Isa doon, parang nakita namin na parang sabi nila, lack of talent. Parang ano. Or we didn't take it parang personally kasi totoo naman, really lack of experience, the perspective of doing a business. So yun, that's how we start the Benta mo. And from there, we learn na yung parang pinaka favorite namin na skill. Hindi naman siya skill, parang gawin. It's what we call pivot. Yun yung parang favorite na talaga namin na ginagawa. Kasi once you pivot may na-validate ka na. So parang may na-prove ka na nga, di yan mangyayari.
Na-validate mo na hindi mag-work.
Yes. Dito mag-work. Ito mag-work to. Dito tayo. Parang ganun. So parang nangyayari ngayon is, yun na, nagpipivot na lang kami. So, parang since dun sa bidding platform namin, ang nangyayari dun is we strip out all the features. You know, may payment gateway na yun, may logistics, tapos may ano pa, may product management, parang ganun. Kasi bidding nga eh. We strip it out. We strip all out. Tapos ang natira, website. Then what we did is we offered them for free.
Wait lang. So nag-start kayo, 'di ba, yung bidding nga.
Mm.
And then nag-change kayo into yung medyo maraming medyo maraming services. What was the feedback there ng mga businesses na parang sabi ba nila na hindi naman namin kailangan 'yan.
Yeah.
Website sa ngayon, website pa lang yung kailangan nila.
Actually, yung website, parang ano lang yun eh, parang picking the stars. So, yun palang napili namin na feature na i-try nga natin to if may kakaganda.
Okay.
So, yun, what we did is, we offered it for free. Nag-post kami na sa isang mall dun. Sabi, we're offering for free. Then, we put a link online. Then, after dun, naano kami, kasi parang biglang nag-crash yung website namin. Saka na nalaman namin, 200 plus pala yung free sign up.
Dami rin ah.
So, from there, doon na namin nakita yung market.
Galing. Nalaman niyo sa pag-crash ng
Yes.
Pero I mean, galing. Kasi sige, and then go ahead. And then after that, ano nang ginawa
After
niyo?
doon, that's why we proceed na din sa website builder namin. Kasi, yung pain point doon is, kami kasi yung gumawa ng free website doon eh. So, we tried to mitigate our pain na parang, why not we make a website builder na sila na lang gagawa?
How does it happen?
So, yung website builder. So, parang may platform kami na pwede silang gumawa talaga ng website. Pali sila na lang.
So parang they decide, parang siyang subscription based din. And then once they subscribe, they get access to that platform. They can design and develop their own website. Tama. I see. But that's first of all, that's an interesting story na meron kayong unang balak, yung bidding pero hindi siya nag-work. So nag-change. And then now you have this na somehow working siya. No? Kasi that's the importance then of having like a coach nga or someone that will guide you in this startup journey. Kasi minsan pag mag-isa ka lang as a startup founder, pinipilit mo yung gusto mong gawin pero hindi naman siya nag-work. So palugi ka na ng palugi and nahirapan ka na. I mean, somehow, meron mga startups na matitigas ulo. Meron naman chance, parang yung meme na naguhukay ng gold, tapos malayo-layo na. Tapos, may chance na gold yun, may chance din na hindi naman, at basura lang pala yung makuha mo. So, pero yan, maganda rin yung pag-pivot, and siguro nakatulong din dyan yung CDO Bytes.
Yes.
Andito tayo ngayon sa office ng CDO Bytes, which is the TBI dito sa USTP at Cagayan de Oro. So, pakwento naman, how did you get in dito kay CDO Bytes and how did they help you?
Actually, first time ko narinig tong CDO Bytes was my college day. During that time, yung inintroduce si CDO Bytes, pinapapasa lang kami ng professor namin sa college namin, yung sa thesis namin eh.
Ano thesis nyo?
Ano yan? Di pa yun talaga parang business. Ano yan?
And sige, what's your course?
I'm an electronics engineer. Graduate. So,
and what's the thesis?
Yung thesis namin is, if you can imagine, we have outdated cameras. Parang analog pa. So, our innovation is, we try to integrate motion sensing feature. Kahit luma na yung cameras niyo. So, yun, parang mag-attach lang kami ng device doon. It would like track, motion detect, parang gano'n. So, yun yung parang, namin, thesis na pinapapas ng professor namin. Kaso nun, wala kasi kami baka dati. Di pa kasi namin nakita yung parang gain namin. Pa kasi kami sasali. Yung parang benefits, parang gano'n. Pero, after nung sa pandemic, doon na yung nag-start yung parang startup eh. Then, si CDO Bytes kasi parang, sila yung parang foundation, parang sila talaga yung pioneers when it comes to startup industry dito sa CDO. So from there, yung bidding namin, sabi naman, i-try na lang natin, sali na tayo sa CDO Bytes para mas dadami pa yung mga critics natin. So yun. Mga bashers. So, pumasok kami. So from there, tinuruan nila kami, seminars, workshops. Tapos, what's great about CDO Bytes kasi, is they also offer networking.
Mm.
Yun yung pinaka-essential sa amin na part kasi dun as you've said, as we've discussed earlier kasi yung parang consultancy, dun kasi nagsimula yung parang pakikipag-usap namin sa mga small businesses
Mm.
narinig namin yung mga pains nila, sentiments, and yun, that's what really help us. That's what City of Bites really help us. Actually, until now, dami pa silang ino-offer sa amin yung parang support
Mm.
na
Even after you've graduated.
Yes,
no?
yes.
Yeah.
I think we've graduated, ano na, 2 years
2 years
ago, I
ago.
think. Oo. Pero yung support nila, constant pa rin eh.
And right now nga, so na-invitahan pa rin kayo para
Oo.
ma-interview. I mean, I asked actually si Shan, no, of CDO Bytes, and I asked her if pwede nga ma-interview yung mga startups na incubated ni CDO Bytes. And yeah, so they still support you. They still invited you.
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
think
City Bites.
I think it's like a family na rin naman dito na parang yung mga previous graduates ni CDO Bytes is still parang part of the ecosystem din ni CDO Bytes.
Yeah, good thing din yung mga startup founders namin dito is kami-kami lang.
Yeah,
diba?
so magkakilala rin kayo.
Kilala din kami. Nagtutulungan din at the same time.
Mhm. Yung team nyo pala sa benta mo, so was this your classmates?
Di.
Or hindi na?
Schoolmates.
Schoolmates.
Nag-start talaga kami. Ang nangyari kasi dati, when I was in college kasi, there was a mga freshman sila. Sa college days ko kasi, I was a president ng isang organization.
O anong org yan?
Sa ECE.
Okay, parang ECE-based na org.
ECE. So parang, dati, parang nagsuscout na ako ng sino pwedeng papalit na namin. So from there, may nakikitaan akong mga potentials dati. So sila yung parang mag-lead na court. Tapos, when I form Benta mo, when I look sa mga traits, mga characteristics, yung mga hinahanap ko is yung good leadership skills, kumbaga. So, yun, parang when I propose it to them, introduce it to them, they have interest naman.
So student ka pa lang, you already had the idea of Benta mo? Or did you already start Benta mo when you're a student?
Di pa.
Pero when you were a student, did you really want to be an entrepreneur, like a businessman?
Dati hindi.
Kasi you're an electronics engineer, di ba? So, yeah. What were your thoughts back then?
Actually, dati when I was in college, wala talaga akong plan.
Wala ka plan?
Wala plan.
Okay lang naman yun.
Kasi ECE, electronics engineering, sobrang broad eh. Pero yung pinaka-goal ko talaga dati, when pagpasok ko ng ECE, baka lang sakali, baka papasok ako sa NASA, yun talaga yung pinaka-ultimate goal ko dati. Kaso, sobrang hirap pala. So that's why parang ang first perspective ko is I'll just go with the flow.
So how did it happen na nag-business ka, na nag-startup ka?
Startup. Actually, doing business is parang ginagawa ko na siya dati. Dati sa college ako, naglilinis na ako ng sapatos. Sapatos, nagbebenta ng mga bracelet. Tapos nagbebenta ng barbecue. Kuha ko ng
so parang
sa
sa'yo yung benta mo.
Actually, isa din yung pain points ko dati during the pandemic kasi I was selling products. So parang nakita ko kasi ng problema ko. So tinaray ko na isolve yung problem ko. At the same time, nakita ko yung denominator. Uy, business to baka problem din ng ibang business to. So yun talaga yung nagsimula sa benta ko. Baka sakali.
And then nung dinevelop ninyo yung product ni benta mo, yung website, yung platform to make a website and even yung other features and other services na pwedeng magawa kay benta mo. So sino gumawa sino nag-develop nung program or nung
Dati ako lang. Dati. Kasi isa din, parang wala magawa sa content, mag-code ako. So from there, natutunan ko mag-code. Pero on the long run kasi nakita ko kasi parang habang tumatagal, mahirap yung code eh. So ngayon, what we're doing right now is we outsource developers na para to code yung sa mga clients namin or sa mga products namin. So yun yung mga parang business model namin na ginagawa. We outsource developers na.
Oh, wow. Gano'n na ba karami ang inyong clients? Or,
in the whole Philippines, para konti lang eh. Pero, whole Philippines na to, 20 plus na.
Oh, I mean, marami na rin. I mean, for ano, okay na rin siya. Kasi you continuously serve this, ano di ba? You continuously serve these clients.
Yeah.
So, that's all over the Philippines. So, paano nangyayari? Ikaw yung benta mo and you are the founder. So, do you have a team, right? I mean, parang the core team. You find these clients, these businesses all over the Philippines. And then you also outsource them. No? So, and then you also somehow connect them. Para, basically, kung ano man yung need ng mga negosyong ito, ng mga business na to, maybe the website or maybe yung mga inventory, kung ano mang inventory, sales or whatever, meron kang developers
Yeah.
to serve their needs. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
May designated talaga na parang operations manager. Pwede ko i-shout out.
Yeah, sure.
Kuis Miko, shout out. Kuis Miko.
Kuis Miko, hi.
Nasa sa
Shout out.
States ngayon eh.
Oh, pero dito siya galing din sa
Galing
CDO.
dito.
Ayun pala, isa pang question about CDO. Kasi first time ko nga lang dito, kakarating ko lang kagabi, wala pa akong 24 hours dito. Pero how do you think about yung walang receptiveness ng mga tao sa new technology? Kasi like in a startup ecosystem, hindi lang naman yan yung mga startup founders eh. Yung parang reception din yan ng mga tao eh. Kasi nakarely din ang pag-thrive ng isang startup ecosystem sa pag-accept at pagbili ng mga tao sa mga bagong innovation.
Yeah.
Ano? So, what do you think of like the ecosystem here in Cagayan de Oro?
Dati siguro, yung pinaka-start talaga namin is mahirap. Kasi, may common na kasi parang may existing na kasi silang ginagawa.
Yes.
Tapos, if startup ka, you'll be introducing innovation, new technology. And yun nga, sabi mo, parang need pa nilang mag-adapt. And yun yung mahirap na part sa kanila. So, parang dati, mahirap talaga. We do orientation or onboarding. Pero ngayon, parang, I think, yung sa market namin, yung sa market kasi namin, parang nakita na kasi nila yung relevance ng technology. So, that's why they're coming on to us to ask for advice, to ask for help. So, compare natin dati, mas maganda na siya ngayon.
Actually, yun din pala yung kinaganda ni benta mo kasi you're now there. You have a presence.
Yeah.
Ngayon, pag yung mga businesses na ito, lalo na nung pandemic, maybe doon na realize na parang, we can adapt technology to help us, to help further our businesses. And ngayon, if they're a CDO-based business, and then na-realize na kailangan nila ng tech to scale, and then makikita nila si benta mo with this podcast interview.
Yes.
Alam nila kung sila lalapitan, right?
Yes,
Parang
yes.
kayo na yung automatic nalalapitan ng mga
Small businesses.
small business na ito. Oh, yun ang position ni benta mo. Galing. Ayun, so ano nga ba ang vision nyo talaga for benta mo? Back then when you started this and now that you pivoted, ano ba yung parang nakikita mo na gagawin for benta mo? Parang, do you see this as a very large thing na hundreds or maybe thousands of small businesses ang inyong clients? And ano ba yung mga services na pwede nyo ma-offer sa kanila?
Yan, yung pinaka-vision talaga namin is talagang matulungan namin yung small businesses eh. Yung talaga yung parang punot-dulo, that's why we made benta mo. And ngayon, and we want to establish talaga na to be a pioneer technology solutions talaga for them. So yun nga, yung parang nangyayari ngayon. Pero di naman talaga malaki. Pero at a small start, we want it to be at large talaga. Yung parang small businesses, when it comes to technology, alam nila kung sino yung lalapitan. Benta mo is here to empower them. So yun talaga yung parang pinaka-vision namin.
Galing. So na here's a question so parang yun yung position nyo, no? Basta, basically, kayo yung lalapitan ng mga small businesses if they want to use tech, basically. Like in your stage right now, or maybe in the future then, mas gusto nyo ba na mas onting client, pero talagang focus as in lahat ng possible na gusto nila may bibigay nyo, or mas focus nyo yung maraming clients, and then meron pa yung mga parang subscription-based na you can use this. What do you think?
Actually,
medyo ano yung tanong ko?
Medyo ano yun. Pero, based on experience ko kasi, when it comes to startup, especially yung mga investors, yung hinahanap talaga nila is scalability. Para makapag-invest sila sa aming startup, they need to see the startup na scalable talaga. Kung nakikita mo pag kukuha kayo ng clients na marami, kukuha kayo ng clients na kukonti, di nila makikita yung scalability. While on the other side na parang we will be offering product na subscription na lang, dun kasi nakikita yung parang scalable siya kumbaga. Pero yung sa amin, currently, parang ginagawa namin is we're still testing the waters
Yeah,
pa.
true.
Still testing. Kasi both
True.
aspects is may pumapasok dito. That there's a client na lumalapit sa amin. Then at the same time, may mga products kami na may gumagamit din. So, both, dati, parang may dilemma kasi kami dati na parang, when it comes to startup, parang ganun talaga, di ba? Scalability. So, parang dati, parang tinatry namin i-focus yung parang product development namin. In which, yung sa enterprise naman namin, dun kasi yung kumikita kami. Hirap siyang bitawan.
Gets.
So, sa ngayon, yung ginagawa namin, we have our clients, then we also have our products. So, yun yung parang current, namin.
Galing. True. I mean, parang larger thought dito. Parang, true din yung sabi mo na you're testing your waters. Parang you keep on testing the best product. And maybe on a few clients nga muna. Pag na-perfect, hindi naman, you can never perfect it. Pero parang pag nahanap nyo na yung talagang pain point and like the best solution or maybe like a very good solution to solve the problem, tsaka nyo unti-unting i-scale Pero basically, find the perfect fit muna to what those businesses really need. And maganda yung sinabi mo na na parang keep your revenue. I mean, kung saan kayo kumikita, hindi nyo pwedeng bitawan yun kasi yun ang bubuhay ng startup And pero, when kinikip nyo yung mga bubuhay sa inyo, you still keep on exploring other ways to help other businesses, right? Oh, this is actually a very good, magandang insights to, what keeps you motivated in this startup journey? What keeps you driven? I mean, bakit di ka na lang like full-time job? Or did you have a full-time job?
I have, actually.
Until now? So, parang you have a full-time job and you're doing Benta Mo?
Yeah, I'm doing Benta Mo. Parang, I do, kasi din, I see design engineering sa isang semiconductor company here. Tapos, when I segue, gumagawa din ako. Kasi, parang nagagawa ko naman din siya So, I can manage the operations din at the same time, manage the product development, parang ganun. So, yun, ano nga yung tanong?
I mean, what keeps you motivated?
Motivated, yeah.
Motivation.
Isa nga din, parang at some point, medyo mahirap talaga siya Kasi parang, dati, pag negosyo ka lang, kala mo magbibenta ka lang. Pero ngayon, when it comes to parang may legality na, may mga requirements na, medyo mahirap na. Di ba? Pero ngayon, yung parang motivation ko na lang is primary, is yung small business talaga.
To help
number
them.
one, to help them. Kasi, doon talaga yung parang main vision namin. Second is, malayo na di pa naman sobrang layo. Pero from where we have started, malayo na.
Malayo na pero malayo. Malayo na pero malayo pa.
Malayo pa.
Yeah, wow.
So yung ba't kami hinto? Kasi malayo na.
Ganda nun
Diba?
Ganda nun. So for you, ano yung parang pinaka ano yung pinaka milestone nyo na na-achieve? Well, siguro, very big milestone na you have 20 plus clients. No? So, pero for you, ano yung parang pinaka-success?
Pinaka-success milestone. Siguro, for us kasi nakikita kasi namin every part ng growth namin, milestone
Yeah.
Pero recently siguro yung pinaka-recent namin na is where we go to we've been qualified as the finalist ng isang
Alin yan?
DTI Advanced. Recently, we're one of those finalists.
Kayo pala. So, interviewin ko rin kayo. I mean, kasi, the podcast is also partnered with yung media partner ni DTI. Advanced and Idea. So, interviewin din namin yung mga startups na. Pero na-interview na kita So, inuwan na to.
Sige. So, yung isa siguro yun na pinaka namin ngayon. Kasi first time namin na
Recognition din
Recognition
sa
talagang
government
parang
pa
pupunta
na
kami sa Manila, tapos government, tapos we could pitch to them. Pero dati, engaged na din kasi kami sa DTI na B2B matching.
yeah.
Nakakuha na din kasi kami ata ng clients doon.
Oh,
So,
nice. Actually, yun yung maganda sa ginagawa nila, ng government agencies na yan. I mean, ang ganda niyan actually, yung matching. Super helpful for startups and for the businesses.
For the businesses.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, isa ko lang question, about about CDO din. So, ano ba parang pinaka mga negosyo dito? Parang in observation lang. Ano yung mga retail? Oo. Or anything din ba talaga?
Sa ngayon, mas daming nagsusulputang yung mga startup brands. Kumbaga, clothing brands, either cosmetics, tapos food. Yung mga small businesses, maraming nagsusulputan. So parang it's up to them na to survive, to fight until the very last. Kasi ang iba nawawala eh.
Yes. But, I mean it's a good thing no na kasi yan din ang advocacy ni ng startup podcast. Nabanggit ko siya kanina na maybe it's time for Filipinos to maybe parang transition into entrepreneurship. Wag lang tayo parang employees. I mean, there's nothing, hindi naman siya talaga mali pero parang if we are entrepreneurs din kasi, parang mas naiintindihan natin na ito yung larger ecosystem. Tsaka, hindi tayo laging, kumbaga, import ng mga
talents.
Tsaka ng mga produkto.
Yes.
Tayo gumagawa ng sarili natin. With our own talents, we make our own products.
Yes.
Hindi puro tayo import. Maybe tayo din sama maging export ng mga brands later on. So parang, what do you think about that? Kasi I believe yun din yung parang advocacy nito kasi you're empowering Filipino brands, right?
Kasi, based din sa observation namin, madaming ang small businesses na sumusulpot pero konti lang talaga nagsusurvive.
Yeah, yes.
Konti lang nagsiscale. So yun din yung para isang pain point na gusto namin i-mitigate na parang di lang dapat kayo dito. Di lang dapat kayo small business. Dapat maging medium business din kayo until large. So yun dapat yung goal eh. You're doing business eh. Diba?
So kung merong CDO Bytes na nag-enable ng startups, ang startup tulad ni Benta mo ay nag-enable ng mga
small
businesses.
Para tumutulong lang kami sa mga local government namin. Kasi sila talaga yung primary namin. Yung parang pinaka-primary initiatives nila. Sila yung nag-initiate sa mga small business. Talagang tumutulong sila eh. Tapos ang ginagawa namin, if ever na parang they need digitalization, parang ganun. So, we will be helping them.
Galing. So, you're really, ano yung kaninang intro ko sa inyo? You're really
empowering,
curating Filipino brands and enabling them with technology. So, ano man yung need nila to further scale their business, to become a large enterprise, lapit sila sa inyo to have that tech.
Yes, sir.
So, actually, that was a very good conversation, Raymond. So, if our listeners na kami nakikinig na SME, na small business na want to contact you and you're all over, I mean, this is parang all over the Philippines, anywhere. So,
anywhere.
How can they contact you and maybe lead them to the website or to social media channels?
So, you can search us on Google. You can go to our website. Just search in Google or type bentamo.site, BENTAMO.site. Or, mas madali, social media, you can contact us directly sa Facebook page namin, which is Bentamo. Search nyo lang, lalabas na yun agad. So, if ever may mga questions kayo, may mga queries, or kahit technology question na parang you're seeking for advice, consultation, we are gladly want to answer it. So, yun, don't hesitate.
Yes, pero ang ganda basically, parang ang ilagay natin sa utak ng mga tao, ng mga small business owners dyan, na parang if they come to a point na they need someone to help them in technology, Benta mo ang una nila may. Ang ganda nun.
Yes. Hopefully, yun yung pinaka-goal natin.
Ayun, so maraming salamat, Raymond, for this conversation, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to our 45 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLexPH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. ROC.ph, our creative marketing partner. Get unlimited digital marketing services monthly. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. And Space Cebu, global co-working space, private office, and meeting rooms for startups, digital nomads, and freelancers. Tuala, privacy-focused digital experience for sharing identity information across Web 2 and Web 3 ecosystems. Mamiki Super Pet App, the Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. MarketMind Local, a digital marketing company focused in helping small and medium businesses. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGU's real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Smile, consent-driven digital employment verification service to make smarter decisions faster. Divico Technologies, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Drive Manila, PH's largest peer-to-peer car rental community. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talents and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. This episode is powered by Contact RFID Business Cards, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Founders Launchpad, Packetworks, Uplift Codecamp, Pareto Consulting, Agile Data Solutions, Hassel PH, Board Prep, Zales, Sears MD, Pahatid PH. Please support the podcast through the links in the description.